Hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider 3 Remastered. This is guys 115 speaking, and let me welcome you inside of a truck parked in Area 51. In today's level and a finale to the Nevada chapter of the game, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal, although to an extent it feels like it was supposed to be the one and the same level with high security compound. Nevertheless, both levels are long and excellent. We are going to find all 3 secrets. Unlocking the Codex of Nevada achievement, we are going to get our hands on 4 crystals and the remaining 36 goodies. As it pertains to the kills, in today's level there are going to be multiple kills out of the overall number 40 that we are going to avoid. First of all, because of the Limbo Master achievement, and second of all, because of the Quick and the Dead achievement, which asks us to kill enemies before they'll use the handprint scanners, meaning we will avoid summoning more enemies. But don't worry, once we have these achievements wrapped up, I will do a separate all kills montage starting at the very final turret of high security compound and all the way to Area 51, so you also have that to look forward to at the end of this video. Other than that, we will also overall unlock 6 achievements. I mentioned the Codex, the Limbo Master, and the Quick and the Dead. The remaining 3 achievements are I Wanna Believe, we'll have to make a handstand on a particular tower, nice reference to believing in alien life. Then we are also gonna unlock Element 115 achievement just for beating the game, but before that, in one of the secrets, we are gonna swim with actual orcas, and for sticking around with them for roughly 10 seconds, you will unlock the achievement Free Willy. It's a lot to keep in mind, so let's get started. Now, regarding the Quick and the Dead achievement, we have a prime example at the very beginning of the level. Let's sprint, and blast this guy to smithereens, because if you don't, not only will he touch the handprint scanner like here, by the way, we've seen these in the high security compound. Prisoner touched one to allow us to pass through, and we also let a guard touch it to summon more reinforcements after we already unlocked I'm Not Very Sociable achievement. But this time they'll do all sorts of things. This one in particular, make sure to kill the guard ASAP, because he will block access to an armory which has the lovely MP5 inside. So, what are we waiting for? Well, I'd like to pick up a small medpack behind this pile of crates, and my god, this level is also incredibly dark. That's really the only bad thing I can say about Area 51 and High-Sec Compound, because darkness is rarely a fun challenge, and even then the level should be designed around darkness, but these aren't. They're just dark. Now, let's pick up the MP5 clips. By the way, each bundle like this gives us 60 bullets into this beautiful, beautiful gun. Look how it looked like in the original. Actually, I think showing you in the inventory is going to be even better. It was just this block, a submachine gun really, and now look at it. It is glorious. It's exactly how I imagine it would look from other games. It also has the scope, and that's not a coincidence. This, my friends, is the equivalent of M16 from Tomb Raider 2, meaning it's the longest range rifle, well, really the only rifle we have, unless we count the grenade launcher or rocket launcher, and we'll be able to snipe enemies before they'll even be able to fire back. This is an incredibly invaluable tool, but it loses usefulness in close quarters due to how unwieldy it is being two-handed, okay? It's difficult up close to sustain longer fire, but from range you couldn't ask for a better weapon. Now, fun fact, there are also these safes that we are not gonna crack, but if you choose to press the switch over here, you will just trigger very annoying red insta-death laser on your way out. I think it's possible to jump over it, but it's extremely difficult because of the low ceiling. How about we just switch it off, huh? Let's make our life easier. Now the switch here will take us to ventilation grate so that we can delve further into the area and just be a very naughty girl today, delving into places we absolutely shouldn't. And let me light up another flare. We really are gonna burn through these rather quickly in this level. And now, okay, let's go up and immediately crawl and somersault to victory. Awesome, because there's another large medpack over here, but of course we want to make it to the other side of the laser. And I'm kind of going to challenge myself not to get touched by these lasers. By the way, these are not tied to the Limbo Master achievement. It's just my own self-imposed challenge that I don't want to get damaged by these. Just to prove to myself how skilled of a Tomb Raider I am. Lara, throw the flare. Thank you. I didn't want to get stuck down there with the laser. Oh, Lara didn't throw the flare. Let's throw a gun. And now it's gone. Okay, fair enough. Now over here, I think it would be best to make the Desert Eagle ready. We cannot take any chances because there'll be a guard who will notice us. Okay, let's just hurry because he's already moving that direction. And kill him! Shoot him dead! Thank God. If he was to trigger the handprint scanner over here, not only would we lose the quick and the dead achievement, but also many more lasers would spawn here, some of them dealing damage and some of them already triggering the turret here, making sure we will also fail the Limbo Master achievement. Now, if that happens, you can still avoid these lasers, which is also a fun challenge, but because of the quick and the dead achievement, we don't really have a choice, do we? Okay, let's press this open. Now, in this playthrough, we'll have way more grenades than in our all kills one, because in that one, I'll waste a couple of grenades killing a turret at the end of the high security compound, so let's have fun with them. Attorney Lara is back. This time, she really doesn't protect her clients, so we can just rack up those kills, which is pretty damn funny. There's really no other reason. Of course, if you feel bad about that sort of thing, please don't do it. I just really want to show you in these games how many kills you can get. It's that simple. It's nothing personal. Now, of course, we don't need to avoid the turret like this, because those lasers via the handprint scanner were not triggered, but there is a box of flares in it for you, so just so you know, it's a cool hidey hole. And of course, we are not to destroy the turrets due to the Limbo Master achievement, okay? Now let me introduce the long range and accuracy of MP5 and the lovely sound it makes. Oh, it's a powerhouse. Because there's a soldier there, and he's no longer there. The reason I wanted to kill him off this quickly is because if he touches this handprint scanner, other than failing the achievement, we will not be able to get into this room. What's interesting about it is that it has some explosive ordnance, and in the original PS1 and PC versions of the game, it would contain a bundle of harpoons, but not the harpoon gun. But now we have it, and this, my friends, is the reason that even if you decide to do Nevada last, you will at least have harpoon for the rest of your adventure. In the original release of the game, again, doesn't matter if PC or PS1, if you did Nevada last, you would have to finish the game with no harpoon, which, okay, honestly is no big deal, but the fact that you finish a game not having all the weapons is infuriating, and there's also an achievement whose name I completely forgot tied to you having all weapons in your inventory by the time you meet the final boss, and it's now on screen, so that's another thing they made so much easier and user-friendly in the remasters, and I absolutely appreciate it. Doesn't change anything for the ammo count, because from the harpoon you get 3 harpoons anyway, as you would from a normal ammo pickup, right? So they just made things better. Now, I'm gonna save the game here because I want to explain something and also take 2 pictures. So let's do this. And now, let's flick the switch. If you stand right here, you're not gonna take any damage falling down. But around the corner over here is a Splinter Cell Sam Fisher looking guy. You know what? I'd like to get his attention and get him into a better lit area. So, I mean, they really wear dark clothing. I kind of want to use the desert background to show them off properly. I'm not sure it's gonna get better than this. Okay, just want the correct animation frame. I mean, this is probably as good as it gets, but hey, we get Lara in the frame as well, so that's it. I would like to capture the gun as well. My god, these levels are so ridiculously dark. But these commando guys, they're much tougher than the soldiers we met now. Not only do they fire back upon dying animation, but also they have so much armor they can withstand a grenade, okay? Now the moment this guy touches the handprint scanner, he will summon 2 dogs. And since I didn't take a picture of these doggos in the high security compound level, I would like to fix my mistake here. Okay, this is pretty damn funny. I think we should also strike the correct pose with Lara. No, she's definitely trying to pet them, and they're gonna bite her arm off. Something along those lines I think is most appropriate. Let's give her a shocked expression. There we go. Okay, I mean, these stories just write themselves. And again, it is very dark in the original graphics, but at least we have a lovely picture. So anywho, via preventing this commando guy to touch the handprint scanner, you will also prevent the spawning of 2 dogs, reducing our kill count, but that is fine because we're not after all the kills in this first playthrough. Hey guys, Very Angry Zelgadis here. Something weird happened. I just finished running Area 51 with all achievements successfully unlocked, and I realize my recording is nowhere to be seen. Only what I'm recording to you right now. I don't know what happened. My recording lasted 2 seconds and then it shut itself off for whatever reason. And I have no footage and no evidence to show you with what we've been through, how I unlock all these achievements, and I've oversaved my file from the save you've seen up until this point. I'm really sorry about this, but what I'm gonna have to do is again continue Area 51 again from the very beginning, although I'm gonna pick up from this exact point where we just stopped. I'm not gonna show you the same thing again, but then I'm gonna replay the whole rest of the level, telling you when each achievement is supposed to unlock, but not being able to show it to you unlocking live because it's already unlocked on my Steam account and I don't have another one. I'm really sorry about this. I don't know why the hell this happened. It really annoyed me, but I'm not giving up. I want to give you a proper Area 51 experience, so just bear with me and let's dive right into the action where I'm going to show you how to get your hands on the first secret and avoid the enemies triggering the handprint scanners. Okay guys, many days later, Zelgadis is back here with you. I'll be honest, the issue with the missing footage went much deeper than I would have originally imagined. Bandicam stopped working altogether, randomly would cut out my footage after multiple seconds or minutes. This is my 6th attempt to record Area 51, so I'm sorry if I'm not going to be quite as happy as I sounded a couple of days back when I recorded this part up to this point. But it's been a mayhem. Most of my keyboard stopped working, had to look for a replacement, had to get a new mouse, dislocated my shoulder, lost my voice for a few days, and now it's coming back. And I just cannot wait any longer, as I'm also working on the Harry Potter videos. But hopefully, this time will be the charm. So guys, keeping in mind the quick and the dead achievement, there is now a much faster way to dispatch this guy. The good thing is, he'll prioritize touching the hand scanner rather than shooting back, so you're not in any danger. Even MP5 will finish him off very quickly, okay? So no need to waste those Desert Eagle clips, but also we needed something long range, not a grenade launcher, to ensure we'll kill him before he'll touch the hand scanner. Now there is a way to get to the first secret, kill him, and also the dogs that he'll summon. It's very specific and I'm gonna show you at the all kills montage at the very end, okay? Let's not forget the shotgun shells here. Now, whilst the flare is still lit, let's make our way down here because this will get very dark. Cool, we opened up a way out, one level underneath us. And you know what? A grenade launcher will do the trick. There is a baton wielder over here. Yeah, let's preserve good ammunition and waste grenades for situations exactly like these. Okay, and the first secret of the level, very underwhelming, just a crystal, which is precious in New Game Plus or the original PS1 version, but here, nah, kind of not really worth the time and effort, possibly. But hey, it's a collectible, we have to have it. Now make sure not to go left, not even by accident, because Lara will drop down. Instead, pick up the MP5 clips first, she will drop safely, and now you can aim and fire. My friends, we are at a very impressive location, and the best track of Tomb Raider will again start playing, because Lara is going on an absolute rampage across the facility, starting with this poor prisoner over here. If you're wondering where he was running off to, the switch also triggers the appearance of the baton wielder over here, so let's do away with him. Now the prisoner was apparently in a solitary confinement, trying to claw his way out with a teaspoon or something like that. This is the progress he made in a couple of years. Oh my god, this is really depressing. I'm almost relieved that he's dead. So, let's get out of here. Get our MP5, and forgive me if I'll call it M16 a couple of times. It's a habit that's very hard to break. Oh, this guy dropped a medpack. And now we'll get a sneak peek of an area beneath us, which is pretty damn cool. And there's a patrolman over there. He'll get his due. At the crossroads over here, you will see a turret on the left and turret on the right. Because of the Limbo Master achievement, we cannot engage them, but there's absolutely a way to get rid of them safely and destroy them, okay? But let's use the hidey hole over here. Not a secret, but you get rewarded with a large medpack and a tucked away shotgun. We cannot miss this. And you have also bypassed one of the turrets. How awesome is that? Okay, baton wielder. Wonderful. And we'll get pot shots at the commando guy over there in the distance. Maybe you can see him. From his distance, he cannot shoot us, but let's hide whenever these guys drop dead. You can never be sure how accurate those pot shots they take when they're dying are. Now let's take a sneak peek with a camera over here, and it seems that there are two commandos who set up an ambush for Lara. You can also get a cool sneak peek of that via using the photo mode in this tiny hole that you cannot fit via crawling, see? And this is the actual physical camera representation that we use to sneak peek over here. How awesome is that? And we can absolutely do the same thing over here, either via photo mode. See, another commando over there. Or we can press a button to have the camera tell us the same. By the way, I absolutely adore the preview over here. Even in the original graphics, they try to give you a very blurry screenshot of what's happening inside. It's a bit better in the remaster. I absolutely appreciate that. But now, thinking they set up an ambush on us, let's surprise them with an ambush of our own. Well, okay, it's not much of an ambush, it's just us killing them real quick. So see the door over there? That is, in fact, a real door, but it's gonna close immediately. We're gonna have to find a way via this vent into this area. I find that really cool. The moment we enter, both of them will emerge from these doors. Let's take it from an angle where we could divide and conquer. Nice! Now, next. Cool, and from this angle, he will not shoot us even when dying. By the way, guys, very easy to miss. He drops a med pack. Usually, human enemies drop things next to their feet, not this guy, okay? It's very missable because of his huge backpack, labeled with the Area 51 logo. It's incredibly easy to miss, okay? Just wanting you to be aware of that. I have missed it myself on a couple of occasions. Now, since the door over here has closed, our only option is to take the vent. By the way, there is a camera even on the other side, which I think is an awesome detail. But let's just go forward. A bit of a claustrophobic shot, but Lara, you got this. Now, there are lasers there, but don't worry. Passing through these will not fail Limbo Master. They're not associated with any turret. You'll just sound a loud alarm that will stop ringing in a couple of minutes, okay? So you're just gonna have to bear with the noise, unfortunately. Now, let's get MP5 ready. And see if we can line shots at that guy already. Okay. Ah! Ooh. Okay, I really just wanted to avoid him taking pot shots. It's a bit of an awkward encounter through that corridor, but hey, we didn't take much damage, I'm very happy about that. It goes without saying, I'm again gonna try to beat this level without using a medpack, which honestly, if you're not going for all the kills, is not all that difficult. It's gonna be a much tougher challenge when we do an all kills run. But the reason we're going here is to get our hands on the CD over here, code clearance disc. The name doesn't tell you much, but the color does. It's of a, well, supposed to be blue color, a bit difficult to see here. But that means we need to find a blue console to enter it into, okay? And by the way, that is indeed a rocket in this area. And guess what Lara's gonna do? She's absolutely gonna launch this thing. The only reason she's gonna do that is to drop these two trapdoors. That's the reason we're gonna launch what I presume is a nuke or maybe even a hydrogen bomb. I have no idea. I really hope not. Maybe it's just some spacecraft, you know, for surveillance or something like that, but it's unlikely. I think this is a missile with a bomb that I really hope has a lower yield than something that can erase a city from a map, but yeah. Later about Lara's war crimes. For now, let's enjoy the fact that the alarm no longer sounds, which is awesome. And again, keeping the Limbo Master in mind, let's use the ladder to descend, because this way we'll avoid a laser down here. Guys, do you see a laser? No? Still nothing? Still nothing? Still nothing? Well, that's because these bastards are two-dimensional, and from up top you will never see them coming. It's something I was hoping the remasters would improve, but alas, just a wishful thinking on my part, yeah. And later on in the level, there's gonna be an area where I always get tricked by not being able to see them from up top. But it's something I've learned to just keep in mind without seeing it. By the way, you can see a very familiar glow under these two missiles. And that is, my friends, the entrance to the second secret of the level. But hey, we found blue console! Yay! Impossible to see in the OG graphics, but the remastered ones make it easy. And this, unfortunately, doesn't do anything exciting. It raises a missile, but doesn't do much else with it, which, let's be honest, is probably a good thing. Okay. I didn't want to talk over that lovely doodle. And now, guys, breakable object. You know how much I love these. Okay, we can absolutely light a flare here. And descend down a ladder, and this way we'll be under the missiles, okay? So we'll find a crystal. Again, the first secret, just a crystal. Second secret, just a crystal. Incredibly disappointing and not particularly worthwhile on normal difficulty. But the sooner you memorize, or at least remember some of the crystal's placement, the better off you'll be when tackling the New Game Plus mode, I'm led to believe. I mean, I've never booted up New Game Plus mode, I just assume we're back to the safe crystal system from the original PS1 version of the game. Okay, onto the platform we go, just so we can reach this difficult-to-see ladder. Even in the OG graphics, it blended so well with its surroundings. I was often confused and puzzled, why are we even trying to get here? Okay, this is vicious. Desert Eagle, this guy. Ah! Okay, somehow we didn't get shot, but we were very close to it. Now this takes me back to the glass dome from the high security compound. Unfortunately, this place has holes where you can easily fall into, break Lara's neck. Worst of all, it has this really awkward ceiling. Make sure to only do jumps in the middle of these angled roofs. Okay, this way you'll avoid having Lara hit her head. And let's take a look at what is it we actually picked up. Hangar access key. Now that's a bit misleading because it's not going to lead to hangar. It's going to lead us to an underground tram station. That's going to lead us into the hangar, okay? So just to clarify things a little, I wish the naming would just be... received more effort than this. But I think oftentimes in game design it's the result of naming something early, then changing levels later on, not updating everything because you're running out of time, that sort of thing. But who knows what the idea was there. By the way, we can absolutely get under this rocket via the hole over here with the ladder, but for that we are missing a clearance card, okay? So we're gonna do that later on. For now, let's access the tram station. Now, what's around the corner is a bit weird because there's a baton wielder standing there, and a couple of times I managed to sneak up on him. But only a couple. Hey, now it works. Most of the time he will notice despite the fact that I'm walking. I think it has something to do with him turning his head from time to time. Oh, yeah, that was exactly it. He turned his head and he noticed us. Now there's no actual value to sneaking up on him, you can kill him any way you want, but I just wanted to engage with the very primitive stealth mechanics as much as I can. Now here's the funny thing, Lara's not one to wait for a tram to arrive, she's gonna summon it herself, that's the kind of person she is. So where we were and where we essentially killed off that innocent man is a tram station. Now this tram station has luxurious facilities like metal stools, and that's essentially it. Why is it that military bases and military complexes always go out of their way to make things as ugly and uncomfortable as possible? I don't believe it's all just cost cutting and being quick and efficient. Sometimes I feel they go out of their way to make things ugly, to not let soldiers get too comfortable. Okay, and now we have summoned a tram. Now guys, what do you think? Do you think we'll enter the tram? No, that wouldn't be a Lara Croft thing to do. What is she? A bloody civilian? No way. Absolutely not. We summoned it so we can jump on its roof and then shimmy all atop the rails over here. One thing that's not really clearly telegraphed in the original graphics, but a remaster's done an excellent job, there are these lights running alongside the tracks. This was supposed to signify they're electrified, and if you touch them, you're instantly dead. To me, it looked like decoration or emergency lighting or something like that. In the remasters, there's no mistaking it. This is electrical current. I do appreciate a touch-up like that, because it clearly conveys the danger, and when you just randomly die on top of it wondering, is this a bug? It will not feel as cheap, okay? Ooh, now let's see how my voice will hold up. I'm still not 100%, but I also want to delay saving the level as much as I can. Why am I doing this to myself? Okay, let's not miss the shotgun shells here, and now standing jump has you covered. Okay, and this part always makes me very nervous. Despite knowing exactly what I need to do, there is a certain element of randomness involved. So my friends, what we'll need to do, you know what, let me drop the flare, is essentially... Whoa! Grab this. No, don't move further. You have essentially two grates that dropped underneath you. Following this square is the one where the laser already touches. Now start moving. third grade will drop under you, and it is this fourth square where you want to let go before the laser comes. That's the whole gist of it. There is also a way to just grab the other ledge from the other side if you delay pressing the action key, but I never found that to work reliably well, so I'm rather showing you the longer route. And now let's try and make a running grabbing jump so Lara doesn't hit her head. And we quickly kill this guy. Nice. The reason we want to do that is for the quick and the dead achievement, so he doesn't touch another handprint scanner and summon his buddy. But if you're interested in all the kills instead, do let him do that and you'll be rewarded with another commando to kill, which is absolutely what I'm going to do in our all kills run. For now, if he would be successful, behind this corner the commando guy would be appearing. Now, keeping Limbo Master in mind, let's jump over these lasers. You might not see it yet, but there is indeed a turret, easier to see in the OG graphics. It will also awaken and target Lara if you touch the yellow laser, as if getting damage from it wouldn't be bad enough. Thankfully you can jump over it or crawl under. Not the green ones, they're too low. Which makes this one a bit difficult to jump over, so crawling is the way. By the way, in case you're thinking it, do not do this. It will trigger the yellow laser. Could be a bit obvious, but you never know. Now, we had the hangar access key, but still no access to the hangar. I feel betrayed. By the way, another turret over there. Both are triggered by the same lasers, okay? Just keep those in mind. But we get a sneak peek of the U.F.O. we have seen in those newspaper clippings in the Nevada desert base of the crazies stalking it outside. So they were 100% correct. The government is hiding something big. More Majestic 12 crates, just to confirm our suspicion. And now MP5 should be sufficient to kill this guy. And my friends, you have successfully unlocked the quick and the dead achievement. Now, unfortunately, because I lost all my footage of recording me unlocking these achievements, you only have to, or don't have to, take my word for it how I unlock them, but this is a result of consistent testing on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Of course, also on Good Old Games, but alas, Good Old Games pop-ups never work for me for the Tomb Raider remasters. Even the achievements are a bit messed up, but that's a whole different story. But this is how you unlock it. There are no more handprint scanners to worry about. One important thing, this is the handprint scanner the guy was trying to touch. If he would be successful, he would summon one commando, which again, good thing, because of a kill. The bad thing is, this entire room would be pepper sprayed with yellow lasers everywhere, even the ledges over here, which makes this room so much more difficult. And also be careful not to target the turret, or your Limbo Master achievement is gone, okay? Now remember, we have two switches to press on one side and on another, so that we can essentially clear a path forward. The problem is, each switch will summon a commando. So we're gonna do this twice. First, I'm gonna do it just to summon and get rid of the commandos, and second time to actually make it across, okay? You can already hop back from here, but you will take some minor damage, so I do not recommend, and much prefer to do this. Ah, let's get behind him. Good job, Lara. Now the other one, there it gets a bit tricky trying not to hit the turret, but let's see. I'll just be patient, and it should work out. And I'm trying to preserve as much health as I possibly can because of the third and final secret, requiring you to waste half of your health bar to get back from, which is absolutely atrocious design. I cannot stand that. But it is an amazing secret. Ah! My friends, we did it. Oh my goodness, we did it. Now I'm not gonna risk trying to make a break for the door in case it will just, you know, that happens, exactly. So let's just re-trigger those switches. Now, if I was to do this, let's say via backflipping here, taking minor damage using Desert Eagle, I have no doubt in my mind it's possible to kill the commandos and also make it through that door in one go. But I'd rather be careful and show you a more strategic way to go along. Besides, we're not doing our speed run yet, okay? And even when we'll be ignoring as many enemies as we can. Alrighty. You wanna know something funny? It took all this time and effort to get into a room we were so close to at the very beginning of the level. And let me refresh your memory somewhat. Oh, but first of all, let's trigger another commando over here. And take care of him real quick with 2 grenades. Oh! Oh, come on. Well, the only good thing about blowing them up is that there will be no corpse left to fire revenge potshots at you, so there's that. Anywho, my friends, remember, this is where we press the switch. and we fell down underneath this whole tower with a commando guy who's able to summon dogs. So this is how close we were to this room. Now this puzzle, if I can even call it that way, there are 5 levers. You need to press 2, 4, 5. That's it. Doesn't even have to be in that order. How are you supposed to know this? Just trial? Not really an error, because you can't really make an error, but this camera angle tells you that you hit the correct switch, and that's it. How does Lara know? Some camera maybe? So these 3 are all you need to progress, but you know me, I want to trigger every single switch I can in these games, just to have this wonderful, warm, fuzzy sense of completion. Okay, there we go. And now, nothing happened, of course. This door opens automatically. If, by the way, guys, you didn't stop that enemy in time because you were, let's say, interested in all the kills, and there are yellow lasers everywhere, be very careful. There's one right here, and you're not gonna see it from the top, like I showed you earlier, because the lasers are invisible from the top, which is so incredibly evil. Oh, I can't stand that. Okay, so, this dreadful computer, server, whatever, recording room, cleared. We need to go next to the hangar to actually enter it. And my friends, we can almost touch the UFO. Now what we're really interested in here is to get our hands on, this time, a green CD disc to enter into this green console, although you can barely see that it's green in the remastered graphics, and it will open 1 trapdoor and 4 doors. Doors into the dark room over there, doors into the room over there, and doors into the 3rd and final secret all the way over there. And also trapdoor into the U.F.O, which we'll explore briefly to get our hands on the element 115, the 2nd artifact Lara's after in her adventure, okay? Before all that, however, to get to the green disk is going to be another adventure. We'll need to launch a nuke using this multipass card. Area 51, Secret Service, 3rd Division, Military Police, Sergeant John S. Hicks, USAF, NTTR, Groom Lake, Nevada, and just a number. I'll have to think we killed so many Sergeant Johns Hicks. Okay, Hick, it's like the most American name I could think of, Hick. Alrighty, so, first of all, let's use the ladder over here, and we'll be jumping on particularly dangerous scaffolding to make our way around this room until we can safely reach the top of the UFO. Or, if you have no qualms about popping medpacks, I think you can reach it even earlier. But, like I said, we want to beat this level, both in our achievements run and in our all kills run without using a medpack, and that's gonna require some tactfulness. So there are these steel girders. Okay, and now let's just do this. Now don't fall onto the platform underneath us from too high up, or you'll take some falling damage. Let's do it gently, like this, and now you can just fall on top of the UFO and pick up the card. How awesome is that? Okay. And now I have some bad news for you. We have to backtrack, which is a common theme of the Nevada levels, granted, but we have to backtrack all the way across the tram stations to the original one and go under the nuclear missile to insert the card into. The reason why we actually need the card is pretty damn funny, because it doesn't actually launch the nuke itself, but I'm very keen on showing you. So first of all, I think I'm gonna light up a flare here. Remember, there was this ladder next to the purple lights, which takes us above the tram tracks. Now, it's really interesting how I think the only other video game I ever played which had Area 51 in it was Wolfenstein New Colossus, where it was Nazi controlled, but you had to infiltrate it. And there was also an underground metro system with rocket trains. So I'd like to think this is a rocket train as well, which was pretty awesome. Okay, going this way I find a bit more easier. Okay, and this final tile is where you can let go and let loose Lara. Now I can sprint forward. We'll drop on top of the tram over here. No, don't worry about falling on top of the electrified tracks. That will not happen because it's perfectly aligned. There's the guy we stealth upon. And now going all the way back, we can finally enter this hole under the nuclear missile. Again, we don't really know what's in that missile, but it doesn't take much guessing, does it? Let's open the door. A very offshore riggy door. We're doing this, and for some reason you enter the launch sequence down here where you're also running the risk of being cooked alive, although it makes for a fun trap. Let me show you. We enter this card here just to lift this glass blocking the button. Isn't this cute? Now guys, one important thing. The moment you press this button, there'll be a really cool cutscene. And I watched the whole cutscene until I realized I'm dead. You must, and I repeat, if you want to survive this, you must interrupt this cutscene. Press the look key, roll, and run to the door that will open over there. You'll understand why. Okay. Ah! Okay, now it's safe to watch. And my friends, Lara did something absolutely unthinkable. Ooh, the flames look way closer in the OG graphics than in the remastered. I don't know what country we've just entered war with. Well, not we, US did, but if you're a US viewer, I have bad news for you. So yeah, Lara really is beyond caring at this point. Maybe she deleted a nice city from the map. I truly do not know. But all that matters to her is that she dropped 2 platforms. So let's see what just absolutely unspeakable death toll and count on human lives and tragedy. Was it worth it? Well, my friends, you might see this drop platform and you might be thinking, surely not. This is awful, Lara. But what if I was to tell you that right to the next to us is another platform that needed dropping? Huh? Now you're reconsidering. Now you know all that pain and suffering is worth it. Because we dropped not 1, but 2 platforms. So calling Lara a war criminal, I mean, guys, that's not really fair. You need to think about the context. She needed to drop these 2 platforms, right? Now, there's a guy patrolling up here who might be like, what the hell are we doing? Are we entering a... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, he usually isn't that fast, and I probably should have chosen a better weapon. Actually, even grenade launcher would be better. I can't believe I'm saying this. But you know what? I'm prepared. This time, I'm gonna side flip, huh? See what you're gonna do then. Oh, no need to. Yeah, but I should have done that at the beginning. To be fair, I didn't check exactly where he is, but you can also side flip and put more distance. He has no choice but to go all the way around. Thankfully, he didn't push us to our doom, so I welcome that. And my friends, it's long overdue, but I'm finally gonna save the game here and also check if my footage has even recorded, because I'm just not sure of anything anymore. I'm sure you understand. Light up a flare and save the game here. Oh no, guys, hold the presses. I completely forgot about an item. I am so sorry about that. So, thank God this door opens back. I don't know what I would have done otherwise. There it is, a large med pack. I was under the impression I picked it up, but that was during one of the billion previous attempts of me recording this footage, and then subsequently losing it due to technical difficulties. So, my apologies, just a very brief detour, which will cost us another flare. That's fine. Okay, and with that medpack, we can continue. So, the area where we are headed right now, presumably surviving the laser trap that we're about to face, is interesting. We're gonna unlock the second achievement of the level, this late in the level. I know, but it's all gonna come together nicely. Okay, can we do it without a somersault? Ah! Ooh, that was a close call. See, this is what happens when you don't make a roll. Anywho, let's go forward. And this is a sort of a easy, reliable way to overcome the laser trap, okay? Now, let's pick up the grenades. And like I said, we're heading into an area where we can unlock the I Want to Believe achievement while doing a headstand at a particular watchtower, but first we need to clear the watchtower of its soldier. So let's do that. I'm gonna give you a perfect demonstration of why the MP5 is the new M16. There we go. Absolutely flawless. He cannot do anything from that range, and here... Can we sneak up on you? Ah, almost. Well, he'll always be remembered for his baton. Okay, well, we have the grenade launcher. Let's also clear this guy. And since, like I said before, they explode, there is no corpse left behind to take revenge potshots at you upon dying. So, it's a great measure to avoid that. Now, we're gonna flip a switch here, rather than flipping a finger. And we have just unlocked a trapdoor which will take out outside the fence. Well, sort of, will be under the unopenable grate here. But the fact that there's sunlight coming in makes it feel pretty cool. Talking about sunlight, Lara, I have a question for you. Do you, just like me, believe in the existence of aliens? Do you? Because I really want you to believe right now. She's being awfully quiet. I don't think she does, but she just wants to be polite. Well, okay, at least we unlock the I Wanna Believe achievement where doing a handstand on this watchtower and also enjoy a lovely sunset. Now, this is what it looked like in the original game, with the original skybox, which was actually gorgeous, but there was no sun anywhere, it was missing, and now we get it. And with the improved skyboxes from the major patch 4, oh, this is so much better. Let us, however, not forget the MP5 clips here, okay? So, let's go back. Ah! Whoa, 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 didn't realize it's that close. Oh, okay. I thought it's a massive drop. We would not have taken damage. Okay, now this one is really easy. You just sort of crawl under it and wait for it to pass, or duck and somersault. It doesn't matter. Super duper easy. There'll be one more vicious one in the third and final secret. Guys, it's a shortcut back to the other tram station, so we don't have to navigate it yet all over again. I really appreciate this original devs. Thank you for being at least mildly considering to those of us who love to make 100% guides and do 6 recording attempts in a given day due to losing footage. Anyway, well, that's not fair. This is only my second attempt today, and I'm not counting those billion attempts I did a couple of days ago. Okay, we overcame the lasers, securing our Limbo Master achievement at the end screen. And now, the moment we enter the green disc, like I said, the trapdoor to the UFO will open, the door to the secret, the final one, will open, and also a door to the right, and door leading to the dark room with the dark glass there, okay? So, that will be the first room I would like to explore, and show to Lara that she should have believed, because now I can tell you, I told you so. They are really in the Tomb Raider universe, which is really awesome. Now, of course, this could be just a small Easter egg done by the developers, not to be taken seriously, or, given that we're inside almost the mythical Area 51, that could be taken seriously. It really depends. But let's take a closer look at the guy and see what they actually look like with the photo mode. I, of course, want to take a picture of this evidence for all those crazies stalking the outside of Nevada desert. Let's zoom out somewhat. There we go. And now, picture with modern graphics and the originals. The originals actually look really interesting because those bones look like they're made of steel or wire or something like that. And I thought to myself, my god, they have some really advanced technology. They strengthen their bones. Or maybe this is natural for them. And then we're back to more normal looking bones, which is a bit of a disappointment. I guess as part of the remastering effort, they tried to make them a bit more realistic, but I like the original ones. But the alien model itself, outside of the bones, is cool, and what's cool, we'll get to see this unharmed one, at least I imagine, not on the surface. I think this alien right here is in fact alive. He's being kept in a stasis and is probably communicating with the 2 orcas in the fish tank on the other side, you know, using brainwaves or something like that. Now guys, I cannot really tell you where exactly from. I am familiar with this concept that an alien should communicate with fish from somewhere. I don't know if it was SCP Foundation or if it was X-Files or what it was, but it's not Tomb Raider 3 that brought this to my attention for the first time. But as part of some other fiction, right? I guess the idea behind this sort of story is that we need the brains of larger mammals than humans. Now, I'm not sure if orcas are mammals like dolphins or if they are considered fish. But their brains are probably pretty damn large, so they decided to do this. Now, let's pick up the goodies next to them. And also, I'm going to show you a way inside the fish tank. Now, you cannot really see it in the remastered graphics, but in the originals you can, that there's a crystal. You can see the blue light effect, but not the crystal itself, which is weird in the remasters, but in the originals you can see it clearly. So we're gonna drop there, pick it up, and also unlock the Codex of Nevada and free Willy, okay? Say goodbye to the alien, Lara. I don't know how long he'll live for, but hopefully we're gonna be kind to him and learn to communicate, that sort of thing. They all probably crashed in this U.F.O, because inside the U.F.O there will be 4 stasis pods. 2 will be occupied, 2 empty, presumably 1 in the autopsy room and 1 over there, okay? Alright, so now guys, I'd love to show you the entrance into the third and final secret. I mentioned this before, but the door is now open with the green disc being entered. We need to climb all the way up, use all these steel girders to jump there. So let's hope I still remember when to backflip. Oh boy. Sorry, use this short while to have a drink to hydrate myself, because my voice hurts like hell still. But we're finishing Area 51 today, no matter what. I am determined. Okay, so unfortunately you cannot take a shortcut and jump there because this one, specifically for this purpose, they made it slippery. You need to take the longer route. You need to earn that secret. And all it contains, again, is just a bloody crystal. My god. But it is better than the first and second one because we get to swim with orcas. You know, that in its own right is cool. Now, the moment you hear the secret chime, you'll unlock the Codex of Nevada achievement. There we go. Okay, that laser has approached. Let's make a running jump and sprint. And, by the way, something I want to explain. Do not slide down here because you'll be taken from this tile of water to this one. This one is bugged. I cannot begin to tell you how many times Lara started bleeding when in this tile of water, and I do not know why. I don't know if behind this wall or above it is some threat, some laser or something that would be causing this, and the game thinks it comes into contact with Lara's body despite the fact we're in a different area. I do not know what's causing this, but I always start bleeding when I'm here, so please avoid it like devil, because you'll need at least half your health to make it out of this secret due to a massive drop, okay? That's one of the reasons why I'm preserving so much health. Now, it takes a couple of seconds for you to be in the water, whether you're still, whether you're swimming, and Free Willy achievement will unlock somewhere between 5 and 10 seconds. So there we go. This is how it always unlocked for me. Ooh, nice flip there, Orca. Now, guys, in case you're wondering about something, are orcas killable enemies? Well, I tried to put it to the test. Lara, take your harpoon gun. She will not aim at them. It's really interesting, but this is an enemy type she will never ever aim on. But harpoon, unlike other weapons, I think a grenade launcher and rocket launcher are the only weapons along with the harpoon gun that actually fire 3D projectiles. Meaning if you fire them, they will connect with Orca. The Orca will start to bleed. You can damage them. The problem is 18 is the highest number of harpoons you can have at this point in the game. And 18, even if I hit with all of them, is not enough to bring an Orca down. That's kind of essentially the same like bringing down a shark in New Game Plus of Tomb Raider 2, right? But guys, if you're, have no qualms about using an all weapons cheat and cheating in more ammo or something like that, let me know how your testing turned out for you, if you were able to bring Orca down. But there doesn't seem to be any legal means to do that. Oh, but one thing I haven't done before we drown, let's take a picture with the orcas. And I would love to turn Lara around. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is perfect. We need to do something about her expression, though. Yeah, that's it. She's never been happier. Look at that serene moment. This is what Lara does for relaxation after launching a nuke, because that stresses even her out somewhat. Not too much, it's still Lara. Perfect. Okay, thank you for this wonderful picture opportunity, and now let's go back, avoiding the square I mentioned, where we will just take some random damage. By the way, it's my theory that orcas are attacking Lara. They are constantly trying to nibble on her. I just think they deal 0 damage, but they are dealing damage to us. That's my theory anyway. And we'll see a similar enemy like this in the Lost Artifact expansion. Dolphins, I believe. I hate this way back, because no matter how well you time your jump, you will most likely end up taking damage. I don't know why that didn't happen this time, but I'm not going to question it, because whether you take or don't take damage actually depends on the alignment of the lasers as they rotate around the center point over here. It does not depend on how well you time your jump, okay? So it feels completely random and unfair as a result. See, using even the safety drop, we lost half our health. That's insane. Now let me check something. We should be missing one item. Oh, thank God. Okay, guys. We are approaching the finale, although I'll have to record the whole level again for all kills, but that's not here or there. Let's enter what absolutely looks like Atlantis again, with this interesting parallax effect on the mesh, so it has some depth. I would trip over this all the time. But this pattern, guys, I don't know why. I just want to take a knife and cut right through it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that would give me immense satisfaction. Oh, it pulsates and moves underneath. Oh, that's pretty damn cool. And this is what it looked like in the original without the pulsating effect. Which is a bummer, because they did pull it off in the original graphics of Tomb Raider 1, but alas. But happy the remasters added it. Okay. Commandos are inside, scouring this U.F.O clean. We're gonna make their day a bit more difficult. Let's get behind, we don't want to get shot. And now, guys, something I talked about before, although, no, there's really not anything interesting in this level, except for these jade-like spheres, whatever they are, they look like they're about to open. Maybe that's how they take their trash away during spaceflight? I don't know. But what I wanted to show you is essentially the stasis pods. This one is empty. That one is also empty, because one is in the autopsy room and one talking to orcas. But the ones on this side and the one opposite of it are filled with an alien each. So I think this was the original crew of the UFO. You can see 4 chairs, by the way. And what's really cool is that if you get near to them, they pulsate this light. The effect was way stronger in the OG graphics. This is a bit easier to look at, but I like it. It's almost like an SOS beacon, like, I'm in stasis, please someone help. I'm not sure what happened. If they crashed, they knew they're gonna crash, they entered stasis, and American soldiers just extracted 2 of them. One was already dead, they did an autopsy, or perhaps they shot him down and did the autopsy that way. Furthermore, there's some really sophisticated wiring with lights, and there it is, element 115, one of the 4 artifacts we're after that the aliens are using an energy source. If they're using it as an energy source, it could even be a material from their home planet, and that's how the meteorite hit Earth all those years back, okay? One cool thing I want to show you, I did actually prefer the original graphic ones because they had these long 4 fingers. Now these are more human-like, despite the fact that they're only 4 fingers. But the chairs are organic and creepy. They were even in the original one. Ugh. Although, to be fair, we humans also make chairs out of animal leather, so maybe they just do the same thing. But it grosses me out. Ugh. Okay, so we will summon 2 soldiers, and I'm trying to think of a best way to take them down. But you know what? Let's take Desert Eagle. We've earned that right. By the way, you don't need to engage them. You can just go for the artifact immediately and avoid the fight altogether. Oh my god, revenge potshots got us. Okay. And my friends, the moment you pick up the artifact, you will unlock the remaining 2 achievements. Element 115 for finishing Nevada levels, and also Limbo Master if, like me, you haven't touched a single one of those lasers connected to turrets or haven't even engaged a turret in combat. So there you have it. Now guys, again, I really apologize for losing the footage to when the achievements originally unlocked. Again, I was not aware I even had a deeper issue underneath all this, but I nevertheless hope that today's video will have been worth the wait and also useful to you unlocking your own achievements, okay? Finally, we see something in the Breakables statistic, but more importantly, we found all 3 crystals, all 3 secrets, we found all 4 crystals, all 36 remaining goodies, and landed 29 out of 40 kills. Still not sure whether I should count those 2 orcas as 40 out of 42 kills, but that's not here or there. What matters is we unlocked all 6 achievements of Area 51 and haven't used the medpack to do so. But what begins now is gonna be an all kills montage of all the kills, starting with the final turret from high security compound all the way to every single killable enemy of Area 51. And then I'm gonna see you back at a much nicer looking statistics screen. So let's begin the carnage. Phew. Pulling this off without using a med pack was an absolute ass of a challenge, but let's pick up the element 115 and let's see the final statistics worth seeing. There we go. Isn't this just glorious? So guys, I hope you'll find my proposed plan for first scooping up all the achievements and then retracing your steps back to High Sec Compound, snagging that 16th turret kill and then scooping up all 40 kills in Area 51 worthwhile and not too confusing. I think it's pretty straightforward, but of course getting all the kills in this level without using a med pack is much tougher than just scooping up all the achievements, okay? Oh, and by the way, if you know of a way to increase your kill count in High Security Compound somehow, whether it's using cheats or glitches, or if you also know whether you can successfully kill one of the orcas or maybe even both of them in the third secret here, please let us all know. I would appreciate all information pertaining to the highest possible number of kills, okay? Now guys, I'm very exhausted, but I cannot take a break. We have a very tight schedule to keep, so I'm gonna start cracking on the next level, but not before thanking my amazing patrons. Blind Goopel, Mick, Severin Drax, Enstickle, Katie Danger and Pooh the 2, thank you guys so much for being my loyal Winstons and for today believing in aliens with us. I would like to give big thanks to my caretaker Winstons, Michael McConkey, Karavetu, Renegade Durney and Blanket Fox. Thank you so much for your support and also for taking really good care of both the alien in stasis and the 2 orcas in the fish tank. Who knows what kind of secrets we'll be able to learn from them. I would also like to give a very special thanks to both of my veteran Winstons, Andrea Pavilianetti and Alexander. Thank you guys so much for your support. Andrea, to you for keeping that Desert Eagle in good enough condition because it was an absolute saver in these levels, and to you Alexander for being a drill sergeant not to prisoners today but to Lara herself, which allowed her to avoid all the lasers and unlock the Limbo Master achievement with ease today. And finally, I would like to give a very, very special thanks to my one and only fine vintage Winston, Akira Foxmind. Thank you so much for your generous support of the channel and also for keeping the U.F.O in good working condition. Thanks to you, we will discover so many secrets from the element 115 and the other meteorite pieces. I absolutely cannot wait to see what potential it has, and to be honest, neither can Professor Willard. And I would also like to say thanks to my free Patreon members as well as to you guys for watching. Again, thank you for your patience as I'm working on these videos, trying very desperately to maintain a weekly upload schedule, given that I'm working on the Chamber of Secrets video daily in the background. But I have some good news for you. This marks the end of the Nevada chapter, and with the next episode we will delve into the next geographical location. Now, is it gonna be the South Pacific Islands here, or London? Well, seeing as we were in a more of an industrial setting, I think it's only appropriate we go and take a walk in the nature. So South Pacific it absolutely is. And that's exactly what I'm gonna practice and research and record for, so that next week you will essentially see one of the most gorgeous levels in Tomb Raider franchise. And until then guys, wish me nerves of steel and I wish you all happy raiding.